about reach. This is how we're going to start this thing off. Meaning of reach.
Here's the definition of reach. Stretch out an arm in a specified direction in order to touch or grasp something.
The meaning of reach. To stretch out an arm in a specified direction in order to touch or grasp something. Second definition says arrive at, get as far as, right? Now about 11, 12 years ago, I started to get an understanding of what it means to reach, right? And my children taught me this. When my babies was infants, I used to walk in the room no matter where we was. If I came home from work, if I had been gone or whenever I came around my babies used to reach for me. And they say, he want her daddy. He want his daddy. She want her daddy. And everybody knew that every time I came around my children, my children would reach for me. And I used to say, darn, they're reaching. And it was a natural nature. Anytime I saw my children reaching, I went to them and got them. Give me my baby. My baby reaching for me. My baby want me, right? So my children taught me what it means in the purest form to reach for something. Now, in the very same way, right, I was doing homework with my children. And just like anybody else, ain't nobody above the bullshit. And I say this something within me. I try to strengthen myself because it's me. Sometimes homework get frustrating than a motherfucker because I feel like I can't put, it's like, if you got a child and you do that homework, you know what this shit feel like, right? So I'm always conscious of trying not to create that feeling. And sometimes my way of teaching and my style of talking, I'm a real aggressive type guy, but if you know me, you know I'm being sincere and I'm just passionate in a sense. But my wife, sometimes she critique me and say, you can't talk like that. You got to teach them, and why you gotta talk like that? And then like you say, man, homework, this ain't nobody above the bullshit. I'm constantly trying to find my balance in being a teacher in that way with my children versus what I'm saying versus what they learn in school, especially with that math. Because I can have one way of thinking, and then they have a way they being taught, and then we got a conflict of understanding. But my point is, as much as I try to find balance in talking to my children and being able to teach them, I got a foundation behind my passion. See, my children taught me what it means to reach. Because when they was infant, anytime I came around them, my children reached for me. So I learned my children essence. I can see in their eyes when they want something. I can see it, I can feel it in their soul when they really want something and they reaching for it. And that's what always activates the parenthood in me, to know my child beyond words and their feelings. I'm empathetic to my children because I sincerely studied their reach, right? So when I'm talking math to them, and I'm talking reading to them, and I'm talking any type of understanding that I know they need, and I don't feel like they're reaching to truly get it, I start burning and getting frustrated, and it's like, nah, Trav. And I'm trying to help them understand the foundation of all of this, King and Journey, is you got to want to get it. And I ain't going to accept as a father, well, I can't, no. I got to feel you reaching. And when I feel you reaching, I know you can grasp it. But you got to reach. Now I'm talking about that with my children. But this in all of our lives. Every last one of us. This is all of our lives. We know what we need. We know what we want. But just like an infant who ain't got no word thought process within their mind telling them anything, they're just off impulse. The natural nature of an infant child in its God forms knows to reach. They reach for what they know is their most sincere protection and nurturing. My babies reach for me. So as an adult, man, you got to reach for what you want. You got to reach. You got to stretch your arms out to grasp it. I had one football player I remember in high school. This is real talk, man. It was my last high school game. My last game I ever played. And I got in the backfield. And I could have did something. And I'm telling you, I remember this like it was yesterday. I could have did something that would have made Friday Night Football. And I know it would have made it. It would have been probably one of the greatest plays they ever seen. I had rushed in the backfield and had it timed on a pitch. All I had to do was reach for the ball. And I could have picked it off. I could have had an interception handoff at defensive tackle. If only if I would have reached. But I didn't reach. I watched the pass go. I watched the toss go to the running back, and then I tackled the running back. And at that moment, I knew I passed up a moment of greatness because I didn't reach, man. So now every day, everything I want, man, that's how I'm trained. I'm going to reach for that shit, man. Reach. You'd be surprised what you can grasp if you just reach. This some real shit, man. This some real shit right here. But yeah, I feel good though, man. I just had that message, you know what I mean? Thinking about last night, just doing homework, man, and giving my kids that understanding that I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be aggressive. We gonna figure this thing out. Because I got to in my meta world, and I say my meta world meaning in my imagination of what I truly aim to be. In my imagination world, man, me and my children sit down and I teach them geometry and everything. They get everything on dropping. Man, they understand. And I imagine my son coming home, my daughter coming home, Daddy, I ate that shit wild. And so we work in this world to fulfill our imaginations of the greatest self we can see ourselves as. That's the plight between living and praying almost. In your imagination, man, that's where your God lives. When you see yourself in the highest form. And some people ain't shit in their own imagination. And that's a godless mind. That's a godless soul. But if you got God in your soul and in your mind, it's about how you see and reflect yourself with everything in you working, right? So in my imagination, man, I'm the most greatest communicator with my children. And I teach them and understand through emotions and empathy and structure, right? And in real life, those are my intentions. But like you say, we all got to go through some shit to get to some shit. And ain't nobody above the bullshit. So with all my intentions and all my imaginations, I got to deal with my children in whatever way they are sincere. Sometimes they can be 100%. The imagination be flowing. Daddy, I made an A on this. Boy, good God Almighty. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. But then the progress report come out, and it ain't where it's supposed to be. And now we got to get an understanding. And here go the frustration, and here go Here go the confidence, or lack of confidence in your children that you got to build up because we all go through certain things ever since we was children. Your children have seasons too. Your children have emotions too. Your children watch you go through things, and your children internalize their own experiences to sit here be trying to figure out things in their little old mind. So things ain't always right in their little old mind. So sometimes you got to deal with that. And it could be in the form of, why the hell you making a D in math this quarter? But if you ain't playing the game on that level to understand and love and nurture and learn and teach. See, this is when the game get real. Ain't nobody above the bullshit. Daddy, I need help. Mama, I need help. How you gonna help them? Now it's time to parent. See, you ain't got to do nothing to be their mama and their daddy. That don't require nothing. I made you. I'm your mama and your daddy. That don't require nothing of me. But it comes a time where, okay, you my mama and my daddy, but now I need you to be my parent. Hey, daddy, parent, goddammit. Teach me this math, man. I'm sitting in class fucked up. Teach me this math, parent. What can you do as a parent to help me? Your daughter come home dealing with certain pressures. Mama, I know you say don't do this. I know you keep saying this, but mama, hey man, this shit getting heavy on me, mama. I need you to parent me right now, mama. I need you to help me figure out my emotions as a young woman, mama. Mama, I'm fucked up out here, mama. I'm good. Like I said, I'm going through some things and don't nobody understand me, man. So when it's time to be a parent, man, understand me and feel me, man. And it ain't got to be about right or wrong. Help me goddamn learn. So my children is 11 and 12. And it's on a math on a Wednesday night. And this homework kicking her ass. Last night my son in there thinking goddamn about time is her ass. Bring your ass in here and experience it too. Show me what the hell you know. Let's all help her. That's what it's about with me. So we all learn. And like I say, I feel like, I told my wife, I went to bed feeling fucked up about myself because I got to get better, man. I got to get better at this shit, man. I got to be a better parent when it comes to education. I got to be a better parent when it comes to teaching. I went to bed fucked up. Like, damn, man. Shit got frustrating again. They get to crying, feeling like they get out there, they scared. I'm trying to find balance. I said, this shit get real, man. There's a whole lot of videos on there making jokes about how people get frustrated doing homework with their kids. So this is a real parenting issue, man. Like you say, that's how this shit works. But anybody can be a mom and a daddy, man. All you gotta do is bust a nut. You know what I mean? You're a daddy if the egg hit. But you're gonna be a parent. That's how a real problem out here in this world, man. We got a whole lot of mamas and daddies, but we ain't got that many parents. You see what I'm saying, man? We ain't got that many parents out here, man. When you're a parent, man, you got to realize, man, this shit is way deeper than you, man. Shit way deeper than you, man. Shit way deeper than me. Shit way deeper than me. I got a young black boy and a young black girl watching their mama and daddy through the ups, through the downs, through the emotions, through all of this shit, man. And it's giving them a whole type of logic of how life works. purely based off how they watching me and they mama work this shit. And you know how many generations that shit can go down the line just based off the pattern and the routine to know that, goddamn, hey, look, this nigga finna help us with our homework, but this nigga raw with it, man. And goddamn, I got to, like you say, and I'm gonna tell you like I told my son last night. I say, listen, man, and I might say this wrong by the way I'm saying it, but my intentions, I say, listen, son. I say it's 4 elements of math. Adding, subtraction, division, multiplication. So that's the foundation. So if you can do them 4, the rest is just knowing how it goes, when and where to do it. Now I'm talking as logic and as simple as I can. Then I drill them. What's 9 times 9? I said you got a plaque right here on this refrigerator that say you're a master of multiplication. Give it to me like a master. Believe in yourself. And my wife said, well, you're too aggressive. But it's like, like I said, this is my style because I know, man, the world is aggressive, man. The world ain't gonna goddamn be empathetic to you. That's why I say if you want it, reach for it and grab it. Because when you get it, you got it. When you get it, you got it. But you got to reach. You got to reach. You got to believe and know. Every time I walked in a room when my babies was infants and they reached, they knew my daddy finna get me. They knew it. That's why I say another thing, man. I say that word parent again. Because one of the main foundations of being a parent is paying attention. And when my kids was born, man, in the first 3 years of their life, they taught me way more than I done taught them in 11 and 12. They taught me some powerful shit that I don't even believe no more. They took me beyond believing. They showed me how God works. My 2 children. I did a video call about telepathy. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be shy. I look my babies in the eyes, and my baby look me back in my eyes, and my baby used to tell me, and they ain't have no words in their mind. But my babies used to tell me, hey, daddy, go fix me a bottle. Change my diaper. Put me on your chest and rub me to a rhythm, and we finna find peace. Every day I was off work, I had me and my baby. Me and my babies had a long time. Every day I was off. Me and my babies throughout the week. It was me and my babies. When I worked, they went to their grandma's house. But when I was off, my wife worked every day. But when I was off during the week, I had me and my babies. And all I did was just sit in that house all day long with my babies, man. And just pay attention to them, man. And they taught me how God taught and worked. I used to say, who taught you this shit? They looked me in my eyes. Motherfucker, I already know. Real talk, man. But yeah, the message is reached, man. The message is reached. What up, Swipe Jones? What's good with you, bro? Nah, man, just on here jiving, man. You know, talking that talk, man. You know what I mean, man. Walking that walk, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go back out with a jam, you know what I mean? My own goddamn jam. Boy, you cut the speaker off, baby. Cut my speaker. I'm gonna go back out with my own goddamn jam. They say I said this right here. I gotta say, I love singing my own song. Cause one of the most powerful things about singing your own song, you can't sing it wrong. See how that work, man? You see how that work? You see how that work? It's a powerful thing when you sing your own song. Because you can't sing it wrong. I say, I'm just living this whole life. Living this whole life of mine. It's one of a kind, and it ain't never been lived before. So ain't no way in hell somebody bound to tell me how my life is supposed to go. So just watch the movie, man. This shit getting good. I was gonna play my song, but I feel good. I want to tell this story. I had a powerful day today, right? About 2 years ago, me and King went to the Food Line up here on Sunset, on Sugar Creek and Harris, right? And we went through the line. It was this little dude checking us out. He had a little afro. Goddamn, he looked like a little glad, but he looked kind of like he was like artsy type dude and kind of weird. So I'm looking at him, but he was confident in his shit. I said, "What's going on, man? Everything's good. How are you?" That's how he talked, right? So I say, and it was me and King. And this is what I try to do, like I say, when I'm with my son, one thing I like my son to see, and he done saw his whole life, is how a man and how his daddy be out here in this world, and you're a part of the community. You know what I mean, man? That's kind of like how that's another form of how God work, man. When your spirit flow and you can be in the wind. They say good people get in the wind. They always land in smart and good places. You know what I mean? So always let your spirit get in the wind wherever you at, man. And that means your influence. So, hey, brother, how you doing, man? What you into? He said, I play guitar. I said, you good? I'm getting there. I don't know. I just started. I say, well, I believe in you, man. I say, you got into social media? He said, yeah. So we checking out. He hit my Instagram, and I follow him. I said, well, I'm gonna check you out, Cliff. He said, yeah, do that. So every day I used to see little Cliff in his room, little psychedelic type little guy playing his guitar. And I done been around some hell of a guitar players in my life, so, but I can't wage to say who's good and what's good based off the ear. But I done been around some hell of a people in my life. But look, Cliff, hell, sound like he doing the same damn thing. He playing goddamn funkadelic and jamming. So I hit him a shout out. Boy, I love you, man. Look, Cliff, I believe in you, man. One day we gonna work together, right? So I started this song, man, called I Gotta Tell Somebody, My God is Almighty, right? And me and my man Kendrick been putting it down. I done recorded the song, but it's just like it's got a beat to it. So I saw Lil Cliff come up the other day in his room looking how he looked, playing his guitar. I say, the time is now. So I called Lil Cliff. I said, Lil Cliff, what you doing Thursday, man? He said, nothing, man. And I had never talked to him. I had 2 years. Now I'm reaching out to talk to him. Nothing, man. I said, well, man, I'm going to call my homeboy. And we got a session, man. I got this song I want you to jam on. So I sent him the track. He come back, oh, yeah, man, I can groove off that. So this morning, Cliff came to the session. Boy, dropped pure magic on this song, man. Sitting in there, 19 years old, in his own world. And my man say, hey, Trav, how you meet him? So he was the cashier Food Line. So this dude got them stop. So that's why we connected. We all got them scars. It makes sense when you understand what the movie is about. When you understand who you is. See, I've been me since my birthday. You know what I'm talking about? I've been me since my birthday. I've been me since my birthday, man. And I come across some extraordinary, crazy talent, mad influential, powerful black men and brothers that build reality with me, man. But I wanted to drop that because I was in that today and it felt like a dream come true. Like I say, I told you how your imagination is where your God lives. And that's determines how powerful your God is, the limits that you can see yourself in your own mind, in your own imagination. If you can't imagine yourself in the total goddamn reality of what you desire, if you can't see that in your imagination, then you got a godless imagination. Because if God is in your imagination, and I'm talking about an image of yourself, listen to me, women. If you're a woman and you listening to this, understand me. Damn what you've been told. Damn all the shit. Erase that shit. Listen to me right now when I tell you this, black woman. Your God is a woman in your mind that look like you and sound like you. And if you can see that woman in everything you desire and pray for, if you see that woman being loved, being cherished, being protected, being honored, and you wake up every day knowing I'm gonna live to truly meet that woman and be that woman. Be that woman. That's when you got God in your mind. And I promise you, wake up every day, man, and play the role of being that woman. In the process, she gonna become one with you. And you're gonna say, good God Almighty, I gotta tell somebody. But if you can't see that, then you can't be that. If you can't see that, you can't be that. Brother, if you can see yourself in the highest form of strength, I see myself, man, every time I wake up in my imagination, man, I'm so goddamn built and in shape. And man, I can do every goddamn thing in my imagination. That's why I'm striving, man. I'm striving. But if you can see it, you can be it. But if you can't see it, if you can't see that shit, man, I bet you everything you can't be it. But if you can see it, all you got to do is reach for it. Reach for it. Reach for it. Sometimes I practice this shit right here. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave. This is my crazy talk, y'all. Anybody know me know my wife taller than me or damn near taller than me, right? And if she ain't taller than me, her arms longer than mine, right? So she might put some shit up on the shelf, right? And I ain't no short motherfucker, right? I ain't short at all. And she put some shit up on the shelf. My first initial, now why the fuck she gotta put it all the way up there, right? But I'm too real to be the type of man that can't get something because his wife put it on the goddamn top shelf. So sometimes I reach my arm up, man. This real shit. And I keep on goddamn reaching. I imagine my arm turning into goddamn rubber while ain't nobody looking. I said, goddamn, my arm gonna grow. This motherfucker ain't gonna do me like this. And you might not believe me, but I'm telling you what God loves, and that's the truth. My arm will reach up to that motherfucker, man, and grow. I get slim and stretched, and I grab that shit, man. And that taught me some shit. Like I said, that's that crazy shit. If you know me, I'm talking about, well, I push shit to the limit, man. And this shit really real, I'm gonna see it. And goddamn, I done reached for some shit. I don't know how I got it. But I also know, man, there's power in the reach, man. My babies taught me that when they was little, man. So I always hold them to know. Goddamn it, you gonna reach in life. You gonna reach. The same way you reach for me. You gonna reach for everything that you want for yourself. Reach for it. Reach for it. I love you.